Hi, I'm back again. I saw how bad it
I
was.
just don't. I don't get why it won't be as good a connection as last one because it's the same thing, only newer.
I'm not sure. I'll just play one game and see how it runs. Is it? You say it's supposed to be flashing at bottom?
Well, the other one used to. I'll have to get instructions out and have a look.
Don't know what it is, but I feel like this SSD is making my game run slower on Valorant. Because this game's running so slow sometimes. Since I've put it on the SSD.
Back.
Yeah, I might have to. It's not even a problem with loading times on Valorant. I'm at 16 ms, it says, but we'll see. It's not said it's reconnected yet on the stream.
Match found.
Look, you see this? How slow this is to load in. What's causing that? I didn't do this before.
What, you mean before I plug that in?
No, like when a game got moved on SSD. I think it's making my game run slower.
I'll move it back then.
But I don't know how that's possible.
What, to move it back?
No, I don't know how it's possible to make it run slower, and plus that means I have to transfer everything, all my files. SSD is supposed to make me load in quicker, not load in slower.
Why is it taking so long?
That's what I'm saying. I'm supposed to be loading in really quick, but I'm not. It's doing the opposite. And I bet you everyone else is already playing right now, and I'm not even in yet. Yep, see, told you. People are already in before me.
Yeah, they've all got zeros.
What?
They've all got somebody's just shot you.
Yeah. I'm at 18. 16. Seems to be fine. So far.
Stay in range of my stim beacon.
What finds in no difference?
Fight!
I don't know.
What to do. Who trained you?
Oh, I felt like I was lagging just then. Like, I'll look after the game, see if it was reconnecting on my OBS. If it was, and there's still connection issues. If it wasn't, and that's good. Oh my god.
Sorry, kid.
I just want it to work for you, so I don't have to listen to any problems every day of the week. No, I do. I just want to move on from this computer shit.
Fire's out.
What is he doing? Why is he not turning around?
Dominating.
I think it's fine so far. Seems to be doing a lot better than it was. Maybe you did have to restart, maybe that fixed it.
At the end of the day, we've got 28 days, Josh, to take it back, so...
Yeah.
If it's no different to other one, then you might as well keep other one, hadn't you?
Yeah. What difference am I supposed to notice? I don't
know,
understand by
that wire to come. Because that's 1,000 and other one's only a 500.
Yeah, and
so...
I'm not getting a different download speed, so there's not much of a difference then, unless my internet's better in game, but it wasn't really having a problem to begin with right now.
No, not right now.
Down and
Oh
out.
god, I'm so bad.
I've got all screenshots of stuff that I found last night and all to try and make it better.
What? My FPS?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's not even the FPS, it's... I mean, it is, with it dropping and freezing, but it's mostly the freezers, that's why. Oh my god.
Right, I'm gonna get a drink. Finish this hanging a while. Oh, leave your door open, so I can hear you shout out.
Yeah, well. Oh my goodness. But I'm actually in so many shots with Sheriff right now. Oh, okay. Not when they do that. Okay. Why? They just stand there. The fuck? Slay Queen.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, actually pooed on. Ah! No friends. Sorry, man. Flip eyes kills. With my sheriff. Sheriff demon.
Taken down.
It seems to be better. Well, I mean, I say better, but I don't really notice the difference compared to before, so... These players just bad, or am I just very good with Sheriff right now? Weird.
See ya.
10 kills remaining.
Fire's out.
Okay. Why are they all running side to side? All spraying. What the fuck?
Five kills remaining.
Hot shot.
Oh, okay. We're... Okay. Yeah. They play like absolute babies, what the heck? Why do they all fucking do that?
Now we're cooking.
There's no way. Oh, it's so bad. Holy shit. Actually, so bad.
One kill remaining.
Oh no. 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 Ah. Thank you. I was in so many shots from my sheriff. Kind of nice. It didn't say it, so that's good. It's a good sign. Oh, he was replying to me and I didn't reply. That's fine, I can text him on phone. Text him through League, maybe, instead. Phone's very delayed, apparently. No, I lost my viewers. No. Fuck. That's annoying, to be honest. Oh, I actually had 3 concurrent viewers the entire time. It was really nice. I just lost everyone. So sad though. Wait, why is ranked not in? Oh, there is. I've only seen. I don't know why, but I feel like ranked should be there. Oh, is it because of mobile? Confused. Confusion. I might play one game. That's how it goes. If I like now, I'm just gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't know. I don't know. I might play. Babe, you're probably not gonna want to watch anymore, but I might play a Zup game, like one of Zup's, because I need to rest a little bit and I need to rest my back, and I'm gonna go get food anyways. So I want to play something relaxing, you know. Maybe something I can play while I'm eating. I don't know. Maybe I could find something else. Just don't know what. Just don't know what. I don't know what, honestly. I don't know what. No, it's okay. Maybe I play COD. I don't know. Maybe I play COD. Maybe I don't need to lean forward as much, because I only need to do challenges and shit anyway. So I'll play COD for a bit. See how it goes. CODy what if? Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs and get food really quick. Then so I'll be back. 'Cause I'm really hungry. I love you. One sec. I'm back. Fuck hell, it's dark in my room. What the fuck happened? Has it gone so dark? Maybe I don't play a game, maybe I just watch YouTube while I'm eating. Right. Watch YouTube together. Ugh, he's playing fucking Valorant.
Oh,
Poke him in though, what the heck.
This is bad. Guys, it's yo. Guys,
What the
I
fuck?
need you to pose. Guys, I need you to pose. They said, you want a picture? I said, yeah. She said, okay, go, bang. And I was gone.
I mean it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, brother.
First day at school.
Oh, shit. Unless. Come on, I was chilling, man. I was hard chilling, man. You can't just expose me. Holy fuck. That's just like I made fun of my dad to have the exact same photo on. Dude, I mean, you look good. Listen, I hate to do what I say. I actually see the frog legs, to be honest.
No, his legs.
I do have really strong legs.
You know, I
Look at
know.
these suckers, bro.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Okay.
If you're gonna play like that, you better have shockwaves to finish the job. Because if that guy had shockwaves after... If you're gonna play like that, you better have shockwaves to finish the job. Because if that guy had shockwaves after he railed me like that from behind... After he shot on my back...
Okay, what the hell is this video? Okay. That was so funny. Oh my god. Connection on my stream? And it's going red.
We called him Baba Yaga, the boogeyman.
Here in the game, so this will be the hype in the Air Orchard for Valk, along with the Jewel of Olympus for Horizon. Of course, there will also be the hype healer for Lifeline, which will come bundled with an emote, and you will also see the existential threat from Ash return. Of course, there will be a couple of other small little things, such as the Fire with Fire bundle returning to the store once again, and the Flourish Steel for Ash as a skydive emote. There will also be the Rumble Ready bonus bundle still within the store, which you can get for 3 Apex packs and the Flatline skin. This will be the last week that you can buy the Imperial Guard Collection event skins. There's still the Spirit of Protection for Gibby and the Deadly Relic for Revenant, both with 7 and 3 Apex packs, and you can still craft them for half price off if you have the crafting material. Do keep in mind, this will also be the last week that you can get the Wraith Recolor from the collection event itself. It will actually stay in the Heirloom store afterwards, so you will still be able to use shards for it, or if you've had shards and been waiting to get it, you'll now be able to do it just in 1 week's time. Now, of course, with this new collection event, there have been a number of issues. First big one was that people were not getting the Apex packs from the collection event free tracker prize reward. They actually went ahead and fixed this over the weekend, so if you didn't get your first Apex pack due to an update issue, it should now be good to go and you're all set. However, it's led to another issue where the tracker is stuck when you get to 50 points. This has still not been fixed or updated for a number of where the tracker is stuck when you get to 1,250 points. Last week it's out, so I imagine they have to get this update out today to actually fix this. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to miss out on their free stuff from the prize tracker. Now, when we look at the Trello board, there's not too much that's been updated. Still fixed in an upcoming patch is frame rate and stability on Xbox platforms, but it's also an issue on PlayStation and PC. The UI is not also an issue on PlayStation and PC. The UI is
wow.
Deathmatch, they actually already went ahead and fixed. Not sure why it's
There's
still
performance
there.
issues for Apex. That might be why.
Buy Apex coins don't get an updated coin balance until they restart the game, which actually ties into the investigating ones, such as the report of players not receiving coins after purchase, which has gotten a whole lot worse after whatever happened this weekend or with this last update. Not getting updated, this user actually showed the image.
Man, my internet's still bad. Oh my god. Oh, fuck off. I'll be back, 1 sec. Wait, I'm still streaming? You can hear me? Can you type in chat? I need to see delay and stuff. Hi. How weird.
Images of him purchasing and then not having it.
I put the old one back in. Clearly the new one's not helping at all. It's just dropping my my ping really bad.
But this has actually been happening to every single system since May of last year.
What? Yeah, it's been on the entire time. Yeah, it's been on since I said it. I don't know, but it's on.
Here, it's been on their Trello board under investigating. It's now just impacting Steam in a larger capacity. At some point, they need to actually make it so that you can't
It's fine.
Apex coins or that you're refunded immediately. I don't know how after a year you're still having this issue and it's only getting worse, yet you're still selling the coins and people aren't getting what they paid for. Of course, speaking of things that people paid for stuff and didn't get, there are some issues.
What? Yeah. Okay.
A board member has communicated on in regards to Battle Pass rewards. A lot of players are reporting that they didn't get their Season 14 Battle Pass reward, which was the triple take, the Season 15 for the charge rifle. And EA David did let us know that they have fixed the Season 14 missing. Cosmetic, but the issue with the Season 15 is still a problem in not coming into the system, along with Season 3 and 4 content, which is the original Battle Pass, the one that they recolored. I don't know, seems kind of sus, maybe that's just me though. But EA David did say thanks for the update and he'll send that info on. Other than that, do keep in mind that the mixtape game mode that came with this event is going to be staying around permanently. It's not going anywhere. You will be able to play gun run, control, and TDM throughout the entirety of Apex Legends unless they mysteriously remove it, which doesn't seem to be the plan, but just so you know, you do have access to this going forward. The next collection event will be on March 28th, and we'll actually be getting a trailer, I think, next week on it, and it'll be starting very soon, and that is when we will get our next heirloom. Either the Caustic trailer, I think, next week on it, and it'll be starting very soon, and that is when we will get our next heirloom, either the Caustic Prestige skin or the straight up Ash heirloom. Let me know down below, what has been your impression so far of the Imperial Guard collection event? Do you like it? Do you care for the
They should have called this game the end.
Here at the finals. The mighty are mighty busy getting a vault over.
You are telling me these so-called AAA FPS games are losing to Roblox in 2023? We are so gaming is on the decline.
There's a child in the game!
Looks like a team wipeout.
Some child warriors rolled up.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a 2013 Spanish sci-fi thriller film, titled The Last Days. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In the year 2013, a mysterious epidemic spreads across the planet, causing people to develop an irrational fear of going outside. If they do, they die within seconds. Soon, the streets of every city and town around the world become a wasteland with not a single person outside. Mark Delgado has been living in his workplace for 3 months, surviving on the food from the cafeteria and helping his coworkers dig a passageway in the parking lot that could take them to the subway. One day, he notices someone broke the window of a car to steal a GPS, which makes him quite angry and provokes him into digging more aggressively. This turns out to be a positive thing, because thanks to him, they finally break the wall and find a safe way out of the building. Now everyone is getting ready to leave, and while waiting in line for some provisions, Mark can't help noticing one of his bosses, Enrique, has the GPS in his bag. Mark decides to follow him and confront him about it, and Enrique accepts to talk in private as long as Mark doesn't tell anybody else about it. Mark starts remembering how he met Enrique. Many months ago, the man was hired to take care of the company's productivity problems and was known for being ruthless when it came to treating employees, firing them without hesitation if necessary. When he called Mark to his office, he scolded him for taking so long with the project, refusing to hear how difficult the process of programming is, and gave him an ultimatum: he had to be done by the end of the month or he'd lose his job. Mark stayed until late at the office, working on his code and getting more frustrated by the second every time it fails. His girlfriend Julia called him to tell him she and her friend Andrea were closing up their shop, and Mark promised her he'd be there for dinner. However, his computer blue screened, and he ended up staying longer than planned. When he finally made it to his apartment, he noticed that his neighbor opened his door just to see him arrive, and his girlfriend already had dinner without him. He found her making toys for her shop, and while looking at a puppet she considered keeping for the future, she brought up the subject of having a baby, to which Mark replied he didn't think it was the right moment. Later that night, he couldn't sleep so he watched some TV. The news was talking about a Canadian teenager that recorded his suicide after spending 6 months inside his house, never leaving because of fear. The next morning at work, everyone was watching the same clip, causing Mark's coworker Rovira to nervously leave the area. Another coworker pointed out he hadn't changed his clothes or taken a shower in days. Back in the present, Mark tells Enrique that he wants to find his girlfriend, and the only way to properly navigate the subway tunnels is with the GPS, since phones don't have a signal anymore. He offers Enrique a deal: if he takes Mark to his girlfriend, he'll give him all the supplies he took from Rovira's locker. Enrique at first says no, but he changes his mind pretty quickly when Mark threatens to tell everyone about the stolen GPS. After saying goodbye to their coworkers, the two men enter the subway tunnels. The GPS is working fine, but they keep it off to save the battery life, and for now, they make do with a subway map. There are lots of people down there already, and they even hear gunshots, so they hurry up until they make it to the station, which is full of survivors from wall to wall. Suddenly, a teenager steals Enrique's bag with the GPS. He and Mark start chasing him through the station, following him upstairs and even dodging a fire until they make it to an area behind the turnstile. The kid joins 3 men that include his brother, who is a former cop and carries a gun. As the city outside finally starts losing all its power, the cop makes them fall to their knees while his brother finds the GPS in the backpack, then he comes closer to get Mark's bag as well. When the lights go off inside the station too, Enrique jumps on the cop and struggles with him for the gun while Mark tackles the boy and recovers the GPS after it falls on the floor and gets its screen cracked. With the bag safe in his arms, Mark hides behind a column while Enrique manages to get the gun from the cop and kills him before wounding his partner with a shot as well. Then he joins Mark and together they run away, easily mixing themselves in the crowd thanks to the darkness that has now taken over the place. They stop by the stairs to bandage the cut Enrique has on his hand and to check if the GPS is still working after it fell. Thankfully it does. When Mark sees Enrique is keeping the gun, he thinks he's about to be left behind, but Enrique says he's going to keep his part of the deal. Mark starts thinking about the days before the lockdown again. One morning, when he was leaving his apartment to go to work, he heard a big amount of flies inside his neighbor's place and noticed the door was open, so he went inside to see what was going on. He found the entire apartment filled with trash bags and a putrid smell that made him cough. His neighbor found him and attacked him with a knife, wondering why he came inside when he had never taken interest in him before and didn't even know his name. Mark asked him for how long he had stayed inside, and the man said he hadn't left the apartment in months. He tried to, but he was too scared and couldn't do it. Afterward, Mark went to work, where he saw Rovira being dragged away by security guards after he got fired for having been sleeping in the office and never going home. Mark followed them out as Rovira tried his best to fight back to no avail. The guards dragged him outside, and he immediately started convulsing. Having a theory of what was going on, Mark told the guards to help him take him back inside, but it was too late. Rovira was already dead. Afterward, Mark checked Rovira's locker and found a bunch of survival supplies, like a flashlight, a gas canister, and canned food. Later in the evening, He told Julia about what happened and how he thought something serious was going on. Julia comforted him and they made love. Back in the present, Mark wakes up from a nap and doesn't see Enrique anywhere, so he thinks he's abandoned him, but Enrique soon shows up with a plastic bag he's retrieved to protect the GPS from water damage. The two men return to the subway tunnels, where Mark tries to find out what or who is waiting for Enrique at his destination, but he refuses to answer. He also notices how Enrique saves the seeds of everything he eats, like apples. Some moments later, with the help of the GPS, they found an entrance to the sewers and jump inside, not getting hurt because the water cushions their fall. They use the GPS again to find their way around and eventually, they arrived at the area under Mark's apartment building. To get inside, they make a simple plan. They hang the gas canister from the ceiling pipes and they'll make explode by shooting it with the gun. Enrique fails his shot, so Mark takes over and tries himself, also failing his first try and causing his ear to bleed with the noise. When he tries again, however, he does hit the mark and the resulting explosion throws him back on the floor. Enrique helps him stand up and together, they climb the debris and go through the hole to access the building, which just like the station is also filled with refugees. His old neighbor is still living in the same apartment, but the door to Mark's has its lock broken. They can see an eye looking at them through the spy hole and this infuriates Mark, who starts yelling and pushing the door that is being held back by a man speaking in a foreign language. Taking advantage of the man's exposed hand, Mark bites it, causing him to step back and finally getting to enter his home. The man threatens them with a knife and Enrique takes out his gun in return, reaching an impasse until the man's wife and daughter show up. The little girl understands their language and explains they didn't have anywhere to go, so they took the apartment because it was empty. After both men put their weapons down, Mark tells them the place is his and takes a photograph of Julia from the wall to ask them if they've seen her, but they swear there was nobody there when they arrived. Afterward, they took a look around the place. Enrique finds no food in the fridge, but there are dead doves being prepared to eat, and an old popcorn bag in the trash can from which he retrieves the seeds. He also takes a kitchen knife with him. Mark, meanwhile, goes to Julia's work table and after finding her puppet, he grabs a drawing the little girl made and turns around the sheet of paper when he sees the name of a doctor on the corner. It's the picture of an ultrasound, because Julia has been pregnant since the last time he saw her and he didn't know about it. Mark starts remembering their last time together. They were watching the news about the pandemic they were calling the panic, which was causing more and more deaths around the world. The government asked the citizens to stay calm and to keep on carrying on their everyday lives as usual, which infuriated Mark. His mood got worse when the news changed to show pregnant women giving birth in awful conditions and he started to rant about the irresponsibility of it all, which made Julia finally understand that he never truly wanted kids and all his given reasons through the years were just excuses. Upset and crying, she ran and locked herself in the bathroom, ignoring him when Mark tried to talk to her through the door. He left for work then, already noticing how there weren't many people on the streets and the trash was piling up in the cans. A man in the subway was even wearing a mask. When he made it to the office, he called Julia, but it was Andrea who picked up her phone, telling him Julia didn't want to talk to him at the moment. Getting desperate, Mark decided to go back, especially after both the phone and nearby televisions lost their connection. However, as soon as he stepped outside, he started to feel sick, so he had to run back inside and stay there permanently. Back in the present, it has started to rain, so Mark and Enrique help the family gather water by using an old stretcher. Soon people all over the city are using sticks to put buckets and pots under the rain to refill their water reserve. In the evening, Enrique carves 2 spears out of broomsticks, and Mark fills various bottles with the newly acquired water. He also puts Julia's puppet in his bag. They get back into the sewers in the morning, and when they reach a split, they argue over what way to choose. Mark wants to go to the mall where Julia used to work to see if she's there, but Enrique refuses, saying his deal was only to take him to his apartment and it isn't his fault she wasn't there when they arrived. He even takes out his knife to defend himself and wonders aloud if Julia is even alive, which makes Mark furious and causes him to jump on him to beat him up. In the struggle, Enrique drops the knife, and Mark drops the flashlight, which breaks when it hits the floor. The two men break up the fight and Mark demands to know what Enrique has that could be more important than his wife and baby, so Enrique finally confesses he wants to go to the hospital his father has been staying at after he lost the capacity to move because of an embolism. He also tells Mark that he could come with him because once he reaches the hospital, the GPS can be his. After some hesitation, Mark accepts. The duo finds some stairs that take them inside a church. While looking around, they find a lighter and a hip flask with alcohol still in it, so they use both things plus some wood to start a fire. It seems the light has called someone's attention, because they hear some noises nearby, so they grab their spears and go investigate. What they find at the back of the church is quite a surprise. It's a bear, who quickly starts chasing after them. Mark is about to reach the sewer stairs when he notices Enrique has fallen and the bear is on him, so he decides to stay and help. He pokes the animal with his spear to get him off Enrique, who rushes back to their bonfire and lights a torch to keep the bear at bay. This isn't enough, however. The bear is advancing and pushing them towards the doors that would take them outside, so Mark comes up with a plan. He asks Enrique to drop the torch, and when he does, the bear uses the chance to jump on him, so Mark receives him with his spear pointed at him, causing the bear to impale itself on it. Both men can't help laughing when they find a tag that says the bear comes from the Barcelona Zoo. Moments later, they're eating the bear meat that they have roasted over the fire. Enrique thanks Mark for staying instead of escaping with the GPS and admits that before everything happened, he would have fired him even if he had finished the project on schedule. But this confession only makes them laugh again. Enrique also admits that he's worried that without his father, nobody will notice if he dies, and there are some important things he still needs to talk to him about. In return, Mark tells him he told Julia he didn't want kids, but it wasn't entirely true. He was just scared he wouldn't be able to take care of and protect the kid, a fear that has only gotten worse in the current situation. Some hours later, they go back to the sewers and come across a family coming from the opposite direction. One of them is hurt, so they tell them to go with them to the hospital, but they reply with bad news. Rumors said the hospital Enrique's father was at is burned down. Freaking out, Enrique rushes into the nearest door and enters a building, where he climbs the stairs until he reaches a floor high enough to oversee the city and confirm the rumors. The hospital has indeed burned down. Feeling like he has nothing else to live for, Enrique breaks the window with a chair and gets ready to jump, but Mark pushes him back inside and tells him he needs him. Enrique disagrees, so he gives Mark the seeds for his future baby and tells him to leave. After going through the sewers again, Mark finally reaches the mall, which he enters through a parking lot filled with bodies. Ignoring the sensation of being followed, he rushes to Julia's shop, but he only finds the body of Andrea's mother. Getting incredibly desperate, he looks through all the papers and notebooks, but he doesn't find any clues, so he throws it all on the ground with anger and cries until he notices something in the mirror. After cleaning away the dust, he finds a note from Andrea for her mother, saying they're stuck in the supermarket section of the mall. Mark hurries to that area, which has been barricaded so the people leaving upstairs can't come to steal food from them any longer. The men guarding them threaten Mark with a bow, so he takes out a picture he brought from his apartment and explains he doesn't want trouble, he just wants to find his girlfriend. One of the men goes to the back to see if Julia is there with them, and while waiting, Mark sees some shadows moving behind him. Suddenly, a group of people that had been following him comes out, taking advantage of the distraction Mark has created to break into the market and fight for the food. As both groups get into a violent confrontation, Mark enters the market as well and looks for Julia, but finds Andrea instead. She mentions the last day she saw Julia was before she went to the doctor and, after kicking off an incoming attacker, guides Mark towards a nearby exit. However, they get separated when a beam on fire falls from the ceiling between them, trapping Andrea between the flames and the outside world. She opens the doors and Mark encourages her to go out, but she can't bring herself to do it and dies when more of the ceiling falls on top of her. Mark wastes no time and starts running in the opposite direction, only to be jumped on by one of the crazy raiders. He's about to be stabbed when suddenly, Enrique appears and pushes the guy away before helping Mark to stand up as he tells him he knew he'd still need him. The attacker hasn't left though, and he quickly comes closer again to stab Enrique in the stomach. Enrique pushes him away again and is about to impale him with his spear when he notices it's just a kid, so he decides to spare him. Pretending his wound isn't a big deal and he's fine, Enrique tells Mark they should hurry out of the mall before the whole building collapses. They cross the sewers once more until they find a hole in the ceiling that someone else dug, and when they climb inside it, they find themselves in a movie theater. There's nobody around, so Mark approaches the glass door and sees that Julia's doctor's office is across the street. It's impossible for him to reach it like this though, because the tunnel is blocked. Getting desperate, he goes upstairs and looks through the window, trying to see if he can find Julia inside the other building. It takes him a moment, but he does end up seeing her, and when he does, he starts calling her name and hitting his window, hoping she'll see him as well. At first, it looks like she'll never turn around, but it seems Mark's tactic has a good effect because Julia suddenly turns and the couple finally sees each other again and cries with happiness. Mark rushes downstairs to tell Enrique about Julia, only to find him sitting at the theater bleeding out. He wants to look for something to bandage the wound up, but Enrique doesn't let him, claiming his time has come. His last words are a request for Mark to stop whining and cross the street to reunite with his family once and for all. Enrique dies then, and Mark takes a moment to cry for him before following his advice. Both he and Julia make it to their respective doors, and after some hesitation, Enrique finally steps outside. He immediately starts feeling sick and dizzy, his ears start bleeding, and he has trouble walking. But by keeping his eyes on Julia, he manages to continue even after falling, crawling the rest of the way as a bright white light becomes the only thing he can see around him. Suddenly, Julia's face appears above him, and as the light disperses, Mark realizes he's successfully crossed the street and made it to the building, finally reuniting with his beloved. The couple stays in that building and starts a new life there, collecting water from the rain and growing Enrique's seeds. Their boy is born strong and healthy, and when he learns to walk, he goes outside on his own, proving the new generation isn't affected by the panic. Many years later, a group of wandering teenagers shows up at their door, so Mark and Julia decide to let their son join them so he can have a chance to know what the outside world is like and perhaps have a chance to rebuild society from the scratch. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting, I must say. Wow. Ah, hi, love. He's still here. I should delete this. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have. It was kind of funny watching that back. No one to say how much I liked. Oh well. Yes? I don't know, just thought you wanted to ask me something.
No, do I need to?
No?
You in a bad mood?
No.
And I recommend Zardax. Another.
No idea what that is.
What, a bad mood?
No, this video. God, why do I sound like that? Why does she sound like that? What the That's so weird, what the heck? Trump and Biden play Sons of the Forest. Oh.
All right, Joe, I've got a new game for us to play.
What is it?
It's called Sons of the Forest. It's a horror survival game, Joe. You'll love it, trust me.
Donald, I don't like scary games. The doctor says I shouldn't do activities that raise my heart rate or I could get a stroke.
Don't be a pussy, Joe. Just don't shit your pants like last time. Trust me, this game will make you feel young again. All that dust you've been collecting can finally be set free.
Is this just a plan to get me out of office by giving me a heart attack? You've tried this before, Donald.
What? No, of course not. I would never do that, Sleepy Joe. All right, Joe, here we go. Looks like there's a cutscene.
Oh shit, is this Epstein's Island? I haven't been here in a long time.
Joe, you tard, don't say that. That's confidential presidential information, okay?
How do I move, Donald?
It's a cutscene, Joe.
Okay, so what do I do? Donald, I can't do shit. Why are we in a helicopter?
You don't. It's a cutscene.
Oh, right. Ah, what the fuck was that?
That was lightning, Joe. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. Joe, are you good, buddy? You are not dead, are you? That would be very unfortunate. We would have no one to run the country, and perhaps Donald would once again be president.
Ha! I knew it. You're scheming to kill me, Donald. Fuck you. So, who is this woman? Are we going to kidnap her?
No, you ancient artifact. Eighth wonder of the world looking ass. We're here to rescue this family. Can you not read, Sleepy Brandon?
Oh, just when I thought this game was looking good. Lame.
We're just gonna land safely. And then we just, like, search the island for the missing
Yeah, I
episode.
don't know about this. Oh my god, balloons!
Today we have unlimited upgrades. That means we can keep going and going and going until my computer lights on fire. Since I'm not very good at the strategy of balloons and people kindly let me know in the comments before, we're going to use a sniper monkey. Mostly because the strategy and placement doesn't matter. Wherever they are, they can shoot the balloons coming down the course. And that excitingly looks something like this. But this is a monkey with absolutely zero upgrades. So we'll see how far he can get before he starts to struggle by himself, which might not take long. Basic monkeys are kinda like me, not very useful without a little bit of help, so we'll give him fast firing just to make sure he can take care of those. But you see the difference one little upgrade makes so far, and the blues are starting to come in. If I really felt so inclined, I could just put down a second monkey for only $300, now we basically have double the output of damage. So round 4 goes extended, bomb towers or sniper towers or anything else at all. I mean, like, it's pretty good I guess, but well, considering it's single-handedly taking us out, that's pretty amazing, I guess. But you're better off putting the hundreds of thousands of dollars into other things. We'll give him more strength, though. The faster we can kill things, the better. And we're just sending gold.
Oh.
Makes a
Durf doing subs.
I don't want to welcome to the jungle. I just
What?
want to hear empty bid one last
Got
time.
some avocado, strawberry, banana, mayo, ketchup, and dirt.
Oh, what? That's disgusting. What?
I don't want to welcome to the jungle. I just want to hear empty bid one last
Got
time.
some avocado, strawberry, banana, mayo, ketchup, and dirt.
Oh. No.
What? But why?
Juice.
Brother?
UK meal. You're right. Dirt.
Chat, was it
From the
actually
ground.
It's a British meal.
Fuck off, British meal. You're right. The fuck? These people on about British meal. What the heck? My god. That's disgusting. Dirt is like, you know, the dirt on the ground, you know? Like outside. Like where the grass is, that's dirt. Like that's under it. Yeah.
As the one survivor seemingly immune to the zombie infection running rampant in its quarantined Los Angeles setting, Dead Island 2 lets you become the most pugilistic plastic surgeon in Hollywood, doling out blood buffet, and many of them feel enjoyably distinct to use. From the satisfying way a heavy attack with a sledgehammer knocks enemies into the ground like fleshy fence posts, to the rapid blows of the brass knuckles that allow you to punch a zombie's brain right out of the back of its skull like you're pitting the world's angriest olive. Most of them can be upgraded with various mods and perks, like souping up the set of Wolverine-style claws with electricity to bring some extra shock to the ore, or covering a baseball bat with nails so it inflicts persistent bleeding damage with every swing. There's some strategy to weapon choice too. A fire-augmented hammer is less effective against a zombie that's already in flames, for example, so it's good to load up with a set of smacking and slashing tools to...
Report status changed. Is that far?
Deathmatch.
Throwing
My game's freezing. But my game's running quite good though. That's for no cash in a minute. for average. That's a good lobber. Come back to again after a while. Yes. So I need behind kills and what? What's the other kills that I need? Oh, I need. No, my FPS gets lower and lower the more the game goes on. He's camped him with a shotgun. How sad is that? Oh.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Counter UAV online. Decline.
Got it. Counter UAV running signal system.
Grenade out! Grenade! Trophy system out.
Like laying back on my chair, it feels so nice, to be honest. because I'm not leaning forward anymore, but I'm not playing as good because of that. I'm trying to keep a good posture without breaking my back. Oh, just one by one. What a shit.
Hard point.
Throwing flash grenade!
Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
Target down! Loading!
Enemy spotted.
Enemy fighter here! Throwing grenade!
Personnel at the hard point.
Okay, bad. That's good.
UAV ready to deploy. Counter UAV ready for targeting.
I'm on your 6. Throwing sensors! Taking fire!
Taking the lead.
I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna activate this. Straight up. Let's get these guns leveled up while I can.
Counter UAV marking coordinates!
UAV offline. We've lost the lead. Target area updated.
20, I come off the gun. Ah. Oh my god, I can't. I need to stay up. Oh, okay.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead.
Why do people come with shotguns? How sad is that? Who the fuck is pinging people?
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
What's this? What is this weird ass gun? So like an M4, but you can spray with it. What the fuck? Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, okay. Well, shotgun. Wow, I run so damn quick.
Targets down!
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I don't know about that. Oh, damn.
just need to go now.
It's crazy. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, it moves so damn quick. That's so nice. The hit fire is pretty good. Oh my... What happened? Why is he pinging? Bro, stop pinging people, you're annoying. You don't need to ping everyone, they fucking respawn in like a second. Okay, but... We can call then if you I can stream. Oh my goodness. Nice shotgun again. Buff? Why don't we shot them?
UAV is on station. Recon online.
Love skill-based matchmaking when my lobbies get like this, where I'm just fucking shitting on everyone. Feels so damn good. Oh my god. Quick, quick, quick. Drop 100. Once I bear, by the way, if you're still on stream, I can message you in a second. That's my 100 kills. No. Yeah, love, I do. No! Stay on the pine! No, someone! Anyone! Enemies! Oh, my 100 kills. Oh, wow. 100 kills. Yeah, love, I can. Okay, whoever's in stream, I'm gonna end stream now. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for staying around, whoever was in the stream before. I appreciate it. And goodbye, and have a nice